I'm live. Hi goats. Oh wow, the chat. Wow. That yeah, that's a lot. Don't worry about not being here. Like life happens. But you know, hope that you're doing well, Amaris. Let's see. Speaking of news, I have exciting news. I have 499 subscribers. Goats at large. Tiny goats at large. Goats at large, goats at tiny, or something like that. Anyway, so obviously this brings the question, what sort of giveaway am I going to do for 500 subs? And the obvious answer is yarn. So wait till the official details come out in a video, but I think it's going to be I'm going to pick two people at random who I'll dye a skein of yarn for. Either it'll be the cotton base I have from Knit Picks, either fingering or worsted, because I have both of those now. I will attempt to dye anything, but it may not. Like, I can't guarantee it will come out, but I will also happily dye one of the colorways that I've done before. So yeah, as soon as the 500th person subscribes, we can start the giveaway. Anyway, I hope you're having a good day, a goat day as it were. I have tea today in my massive new mug, which has an amazing thing on the other side. I am checking the... I can see what you're seeing over there, so that's why I'm looking to the side. Hello, handsome. I saw this at Walgreens, and I was like, huh, that's a good pun. And then I thought, wait a minute, I've been wanting a mug that reminds me of a new-ish god in my life. You know, just happy solstice. I'm a witch and a devotional polytheist. But yeah, that Dionysus has been showing up really like a lot these days, and I thought, well, this isn't exactly an offering mug because obviously I'm drinking from it, but like it's a mug that makes me think of him. So he also needs an offering mug of his own, but there's only so many mugs I can buy at one time. I decided I needed tea today, and this is a tea that my housemate gave me a couple months ago, I guess. Which she gets these fancy teas. I don't know where this one's from, but the baggie it was in was labeled ginger licorice, and it's good. So it definitely tastes fancy. And if you happen to see the video that I was uploading before this, and I think it should have uploaded by now and processed, but I'll check that afterward. I have another awesome bit of lore to add to the goat thing that just kind of happened. You can see it in real time happen in that video. But apparently, among many other epithets, I guess, Banros is now also Saint Banros the Magnificent. So that's cool. I'm thinking about whether I want to just go ahead and tell you or like let you experience it yourself. But like, it was funny. It's at the end of the vlog that I posted. So anyway. Like, why is my mug sticky? And I think it's because I put maple syrup in it and it must have dripped, so that's fun. Sparkling water. I wonder if sparkling water will de-stickify my hands. Right, so we have a project because I was like, it's solstice, let's see if I can do some sun-themed crochet. It should be pretty easy. I'm planning to just do like a circle with spokes and then maybe like a picot edge or something. I feel like it helps me to have a thing to do as a like I do want to chat, but just in case there's not a lot of chatting happening, I'm like, well, at least I can do something, and hopefully you can learn a new craft if you if you like what any of the patterns that I'm doing, that I'm freehanding today. Feel free to use them. Like, there's not enough like witchy holiday themed crochet, so right, I'm using this golden linen that I have, which is fingering weight. This is my only hook that is both ergonomic and small enough for this yarn, so I've been using this a lot with the various fingering weight yarns. It's a 2.5, I think. Yeah. So I could do a magic circle, but right now I think I'll just chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then connect them. And now that we have our little circle, I've been doing a lot of treble crochet recently, so let's try a treble. So I'll start with a chain 3, which will count as the treble. Then we need to space them out. So chain 4 total. And I'm not sure how many spokes I'll do, but I feel like hopefully it'll be like 5, 6, or 7, because I consider those kind of the numbers of the solar goddess that I follow. But I'm going to do a bunch of treble crochets in the center of the ring here. Can cover my face, I can cover or I can cover the goat's face, but I feel like the camera is like, nope, there's definitely a face there. So anyway, then I'm going to chain 1 and do another treble crochet and just keep doing that for a while. So I've started doing vlogs in my backyard again, which really reminds me of when I used to podcast on my other channel, the Midnight Ballroom. And it's nice to just like have a really low pressure way to put videos out. because lives show up on a different tab, so I'm like, well, I want to look like I'm doing something on my channel. And I'm not sure if lives show up in the algorithm the same way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going to be more than 7. I can try a couple different versions because I have lots of different orangey yarn that I found in my stash. Plus, like, the backyard of this house where I live now is so nice that it's nice to show people. That's where I dye my yarn. And it's also where I hang the yarn to dry after it gets washed. I was going to put a laundry line or something up so I could hang the yarn on the hangers, but it's been working just fine to hang it on the trees, so it's like a yarn garden. Let me know if y'all do anything to celebrate Solstice or like another holiday this time of year. I'm gonna check how many I have right after this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's kind of cool. So this is supposed to be a solar craft, and I just did 12 spokes. That's kind of like the months. Witchcraft. Then I'm gonna just do a single crochet, or you could do a slip stitch, but I kind of like single crochet better into the chain 4 space that we just that we made at the start, so that connects it, so it's a little wheel. A sun wheel, I guess. And that would be fine, but I'm going to do a second round just to see what we come up with. Chain another 4 for the start, so I can figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to treble crochet in the first treble crochet. Actually, I'm going to treble 2 crochet. And chain 2, 2 more treble crochet in the next treble crochet. I'm making this up as I go, so it may not work, but I feel like it's kind of nice to show just this is what the design process can look like, or like if you're just freehanding something. Right, chain 2, 2 more treble crochet. You would think I would have done something for Solstice or like midsummer, but I didn't really, except just hang out with my gods. But that is kind of what I often do, unless I have like specific plans or a really big holiday happening. accidentally did chain 2 in between the 2 treble crochet, and I kind of like that, but I want to keep things simple and just like see. It might be time to assess if this is adding enough space for the second round, because otherwise it'll, when you go around, you have to add a lot more space in between the circumference of this round is a lot bigger than this first one because math. So I can't really tell if it's enough space or not. So let's keep going. At first I was going to do a second field trip to the antique pattern library, but I was like, well, I don't know if I feel up to that right now, and like that is fun. I'd like to do more of that, but also since it's Solstice, I'd rather just do something more relevant to that. Speaking of projects, the filet crochet shawl that I was working on last time with the grapes. Oh, cool. I just got a new subscriber, but not to YouTube, as far as I know, to my website, which is great. But yeah, I was telling people as I said earlier, I noticed I have 499 subs, so there's definitely going to be a giveaway happening at 500. Like, wow! Thank you all so much for supporting me and wanting to watch me. Right, the filet crochet shawl with a grape vine pattern on it. I'm still working on it. I had to frog it almost back to the start once, and then I had to like mildly frog it a couple more times, because I was filling in the wrong square. Hi, Darla. Welcome in. So at this point, I've decided if I catch a mistake in the next row that I did the previous row, I can frog that. But if I see something way back down there, it's going to stay, because I'm tired of doing the same 5 rows. So yeah, yes, giveaway. I'm excited to do one because it's the first one I've done. Unsurprisingly, this one will be. I think I'll have 2 winners, and they can choose what weight and color of yarn they want me to dye. So, like, that's that's the thing I I'm good at, that people want. Like that's the skill I have that people might want to enjoy. So it seemed like the obvious thing, and I'll be taking care of shipping too, because I know that, like, I don't want there to be hidden costs for the people who win. But I'll be putting a video of that, of the details out probably soon, but like I'm gonna try and wait till 500. But yay. Well, it seems like I was right about the amount of space that we need. I love this look, actually. I am going to do one more round. Oh, hi, Draka. Ooh, Tunisian top, nice. I'm working on freehanding some sun wheel applique lace things. Just because I wanted to do something that felt kind of relevant to the season, and it was just midsummer solstice, at least in the northern hemisphere. I guess these would be relevant in the winter solstice too, because it's also about the sun. But in my the tradition, the sun is like at the height of her power this time of year, which you can definitely feel if you live in a desert. Although oddly, the Bay Area where I live has been very cool and wet for this time of year. Like I don't have much to compare it to, but apparently it's weird how much rain we've gotten. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I by the way, if you're following along, I ended the row by doing one last treble crochet in the I guess it was the single crochet that we ended the previous round with, and then I did a single crochet in the chain 4 that we started this round with. So it's if I had it to do over, I would have started with a chain 5, because I ended up doing chain 2 between each set of 2 treble crochets, but that's fine. I'm going to do one more round, I think, with just a quick picot border, which is basically just a, well, I was going to do a chain 3 and then like single crochet back into the same space, or stitch to create kind of a loop. I think I'll do at least chain 5. Well, we have a theme of like 12 and 24 going on, so let's do chain 6. So I'm going to single crochet back into the same space. What am I doing next. I think I'll single crochet in between the two treble crochet, like not in either of them, just like kind of in between them. As if there's a chain one space there, but not actually. And then what happens if we just chain 12 and then single crochet, and this way we can alternate. Okay, then I'm going to single crochet into the chain 2 space and chain 6. Then single crochet back into it. Single crochet between the two treble crochets, chain 12. I love this yarn. It's some linen that I got from, I think, Ice Yarns. I got this and also some sky blue linen. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that all the way around and see how that looks. And I would love to dye some linen yarn, but I haven't been able to find any. Like the most common bare yarn that you find is cotton. But hopefully someday. I do have exciting plans for how I'm going to get a sparkly base, because I've been wanting like a sparkly yarn base for a long time, because that would be so on brand and it would be fun to dye sparkly colors. And I cannot find any sparkly plant fiber yarn, but they do make spools of the sparkly thread. So if I wanted, I could. It wouldn't make sense really to do this. I could get a hank of yarn and then like put it into a cake and then put it back into a hank, but like it would be less work to probably get like one of those cones or something of cotton, which is kind of on a spool or like in cake form, and then basically spin it together with the sparkly thread, like the Lurex or something, and then put that into like a hank form, which would be a lot easier to do now that I have my yarn winder and yarn like hank umbrella that I can put the yarn on, and that way I could make my own sparkly base. I would have to sell those for a bit more because of all the work involved, but I think that it would be worth it to do it. 9, 10, 11, 12. yeah, I like how how this is turning out so far. Very solar. I need some tea. While I'm finishing this round, I was thinking, if you want, we could vote on which one I do next. I do have a bigger hook for these, but this is some wool that I got from a friend, Country 8-ply. This is really silky and gorgeous. I have no idea what it is, but it's also from a friend. Speaking of sparkly yarn, this is from Ice. It's acrylic. It's a really nice sparkly pumpkin orange. Yeah, I love sparkly yarn too, so I'm like, if I can't find it out there, maybe I'll just make it because I have to have sparkly yarn. And I don't know, like there's no label on this, but it's probably also wool, and it's from the same. Oh, cool! My camera decided to on the focus. Thanks. It's also from the mystery box of yarn that my friend sent me a while ago. Yay! Iced coffee. Coffee and yarn is the best. I thought about making coffee, but I was like, I just need tea. If I drink any more coffee right now, I may bust. So I decided to try out some of the tea that my housemate gave me. I don't know what the brand is, but this is the bag that she put it in is labeled ginger licorice. So it's odd that I like it so much because I do love ginger, but I hate licorice. But I'm not surprised that, if it's in a different context, I might like it better than just like this sticks of candy. Yeah, they do all have this nice pumpkin spice vibe, and like it would be really fun to just make a whole bunch of these and like in all of these yarns. I'm not sure if I have time for that, but like you could just do a whole set of like a solstice decoration. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the one thing about coffee. The caffeine, kind of a double-edged sword. 2, 3, 5, 6. I used to wonder why caffeine didn't seem to affect me the way that it did. The way that it did everyone else. I was like, am I just immune to caffeine, or what's going on here? But at the same time, I noticed that when I would get coffee halfway through my summer intensive course, it would make it a lot easier to get through the rest of the class, because I was like, I just feel calm but alert, but like I don't know how to describe it, but it's so much easier to listen. And I think I was describing focus, which I had not felt, except I guess with coffee, in the same way most people do, because I had undiagnosed ADHD. So that's why coffee, sometimes it has the opposite effect. It's weird. Like it does help me focus, but it's also sometimes it makes me tired. So yeah. Ooh, chai and um um lemon ginger sound great. I was just thinking, oh, that's too many. Should have been a 6, not a 12. I have both lemon and ginger, so it'd be fun to like make my own version of that tea. But also that made me think of the time that I tried to make tea with olive leaves, which which apparently you can do it. At least from what I could tell, it seemed safe from my the research and stuff. But it didn't taste like much, except just like a faint lemon taste. So I'm not sure if I was like doing it wrong, but can drink coffee right before bed. It doesn't seem to bother me. Yeah, if you also have adult ADHD, like apparently it's a really common thing. And now that I, at least temporarily, don't have access to the usual meds that I have for it, ADHD, it helps to know that coffee is an option that kind of helps. Yeah, when I didn't even consider that I might have ADHD until I was in my late 20s. So by then, like, I had like a lot of coping mechanisms, and but it's weird to realize how much stuff is that in my life. Same here with the focus, but it seems like right when I hit the sweet spot, it can set off my anxiety, and after about 4 or 5, it's going to disrupt my sleep. Man, words that have an S blend consonant at the start. But yeah, that makes sense. Like there's also like certain times of day when I'm or night when I'm tired, and then weirdly like 12 p.m. or 1 a.m. to about 2, I'm just like, I'm wide awake. So I'm like, if I can't get to sleep by then I'm not going to get to sleep for a while. But also if I wake up by like 7 or 8, then I'm fine. If I wake up after 9 or 10, I'm like, what? Wait, what year is it? I never suspected till about a year or two ago, but as soon as I started researching, I was like, that's me. Yeah, that was how I was too. And then I had a second dose of that with the 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 autism. So it's like it's weird how much like the specific crossover that affects me, like it's sometimes called ADHD. So, wow. Sometimes I talk to one of my friends who is just autistic, but definitely doesn't have ADHD, and they also found out very late. Like they're older than me, and found out just a couple years ago. But it's kind of fun to see how there are certain things that I know I would not be able to do, or that I can do and have fun doing, but they're like, no, I couldn't do that. So um, they they took up cross stitch recently, and one thing they love about the hobby is that you can get so much you can get so many hours of entertainment out of it for um, they're relatively inexpensive because you're just doing one cross stitch, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I would have to um, I wouldn't be able to do one thing for that long. Probably I would have to like do different things. but I'm but it's been so nice to see how much they love this craft. So they call the current piece that they're cross stitching this this the stab, and their cat seems very confused why he's not allowed to stab the cloth, because he is an expert at stabbing, or at least so he thinks. He's kind of a baby, but as far as he knows, the human is not properly trained in stabbing, but the human won't let him stab the stab. So very very perplexing. He is a cute cat. Yeah, I am glad to know that you relate. Almost all the way around. This took longer than I thought it would, but that's fine. Maybe next time I'll have a whole pumpkin rainbow of sun lace. I wish I could find more small hooks with ergonomic handles like this, because I love this one, but like the only size that I have is 2.5. So if I want to go up or down a size, I just can't really. I do have a set of really tiny hooks, but they're just the thin metal ones, so I don't want to use them for a long period of time. So it's kind of the opposite problem to what used to be the case before Pink Sheep Pink Sheep design started with their jumbo hooks, because they've talked about having a problem like finding the right size of hook for big yarn. Um, and so I have the same problem with the small end of hooks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I may have to just do the, like I haven't known what to do with my with the rest of my stash of this, so maybe I'll just do this kind of thing. I used a lot of it for my Halloween costume last year, but after that I'm like, well, I guess it's gonna sit there till I find out the right project. It would be hard to get close enough to show you, but I love how this yarn, you can kind of see the story of the linen, or like the fact that it's made of plant fiber, because like tiny bits are coming off, not exactly like straw, but like it's a lot softer than that, but you can kind of see how the tiny fibers are like coming out. I don't think it will affect things in a bad way. Just it's cool to see that yes, this is a certain fiber. It's been fun learning the fibers that I'm working with as a dyer too. Like the cotton behaves differently than the elastic bamboo or tencel and cotton blend. So just picked up a set of those. I really like the ergonomic handles, so I know I would not be able to use them for long. Yeah, same. I think I got my set from a friend maybe, so like I'm glad to have them. They're helpful with like the crochet thread that I use sometimes, and I would love to get more of those, but because it's hard, but really fun to have this really like extremely fine delicate lace. It's just like you need a tiny hook, so. Almost back to where we started on this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought the picot edging would be the quickest part, but apparently not. Oops. 12, not 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I guess I'm ending this row by going in between the last treble crochet and like the chain 4 space that's topped by a single crochet, and doing our last chain 12. Hopefully I have my tiny scissors. Oh yes. it feels really weird to carry my sewing shears in my bag, so I got tiny scissors so that the gentle folk of the places where I happen to be there will not be alarmed. Yay, it's done. Except for weaving in the ends, but if you want to do one of these or something similar, feel free. Tag me either here or on. Probably the easiest way would be on the Instagram at thorn_wing_crochet. But just to recap, what I ended up doing was I chained 5 and joined that. Or you could also do a magic circle. Chain 4, that counts as the first treble crochet plus chain 1 space. Then I did, including that, I did 12 treble crochets around each, separated by a chain 1 space. Then I joined that, and for the next round I did chain 4, but I would have done a chain 5 if, like, it should be a chain 5 because it counts as the first treble crochet plus chain 2. So then I did 2 treble crochet in the next, in the first treble crochet of the previous row, chain 2 trebles in the treble, and just kept doing that around. Then for the picot edging, I alternated between chaining 6 and 12. I chained 6 in the chain 2 space, and then I chained 12 in between the two, in the center of each set of 2 treble crochets. And when I wasn't to make these loops, like the bottom part that isn't the chains is single crochet. So you single crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 6, and single crochet again in the same chain 2 space. So yeah, this would make a fun Christmas ornament or just any kind of hanging ornament, oddly, which it's a funny thought, because like this is the opposite of Christmas. Also, I'm not that you have to be Christian to celebrate Christmas, obviously, but like I've been enjoying the freedom not to, because when I was living with my parents, I kind of had to. So I wonder if I can block this and like make it more like make it live flat kind of, but it wow, it looks good in the in the camera. Cool. Even with the loops a bit like not completely straight, but Yeah, I was gonna do something with these, but I think I'll save them for another time because we're about out of time. But thanks so much for hanging out and enjoying the solstice craft. Yes, solstice ornaments can be used for both solstices. Put these horns back in the plastic bag. Saint Banros as a ray of sunshine. At the end of my vlog that I just posted, well, I'll go ahead and tell you. I was like, I wonder if I can put him on my head, like if he'll balance better on the shaped part. And since I had the camera facing me, I was like, wow, there's a light shining behind him. So that's where Saint Banros came from. So I just discovered now that he is Saint Banros the Magnificent, of course. So, and the sun goes behind the clouds. Cool. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm gonna let y'all go and go do other things. But it's been great chatting. Have a goat day.